What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of eXtine Plays with the Portland Burnsiders going up against Team Sky. This is ESEA-Open, Badlands. This is our second match of the week. Sky coming into this game 4-5. Their team is Stick It on Medic, Duke of the Juke on Demoman, Skylar and False on Soldier, Career and Ace Sir on Scout. Now, the last Burnsiders game, we did have Armboard on Armboard off Demoman because he was sick. This match we have Armboard back on Demoman. So that also means that I'm back on Medic and Serby back on Scout. Now, also, oddly enough, this ESEA demo is already starting mid-fight in progress. This is kind of one of the few times that I have seen this. So, real quick, we're just going to kind of go down over where everybody is on this first mid-fight and then go from there. So, Stag, over here on the right-hand side, has bombed in on the Duke of the Jukes. We got one soldier for red team over on his shack side. Then we got a scout down low. We got Fletcher jumping their shack side. That's where we all are. And trying to come up. Sorry, so that guy's on our shack side, quote unquote. And then Armboard down here over rotating out of our house into ramp side. And another scout on choke side. Their medic is backed up in a house. Scout all up in our face. Their side soldier all up in our face. There's Duke of Juke again and their other scout. Let's take a peek over from this hand side. We'll resume it in just a second here. But also, Armboard very much isolated from the rest of the team there. And let's get rolling. So right away, we're going to get a kill on Duke of the Juke over there on the left. We're going to have crossbear. No, I can't. I'm going for saws here as this mid-fight has degenerated quite a bit. Armboard finally walking around through Valley and then gets gunned down. Career in here, and now Frag's coming in from behind. Skylar coming back in here, and it's just going to be Stag up against them. And I was frustrated with how that worked out. Part of the reason that I was frustrated was the rollout from demo. Armboard came out this way, and then to get back over to the heels, you had to walk down here, and all the way around, and then all the way up over here. And when you're just coming out of house and you're kind of isolated and there's just the one scout, I mean, it's dangerous, but it's still better to try to walk across point and throw stickies over there and defend yourself versus like walking all the way back over here where you're almost even more isolated and being stuck on the train. So that mid-fight happened. But we're back up. They do have a good advantage on us, and we're holding choke, doing a decent job at that. We're getting some pressure on the flank side, just watching the outlines mainly as everybody's jockeying around. We're doing a fair job of rotating our heels and our buffs and getting people ready to go. You can see, thanks to those outlines, that they're getting a pretty strong presence in-house. They're getting ready to go with their charge, but they've also given us enough time that we will be able to get a charge as well. End up losing Pupina, who's actually Scout, our regular backup, tagged up as Pupina in honor of his favorite YouTuber. And we're going to have a bomb out from Red Team. I popped Ubercharge with just a small sliver of fraction of health left. We're getting a decent engagement here. In this yard as Stag, though, does go down, working the side, working the pressure, and we want to get out, we want to be aggressive. And here comes this soldier from behind as well, just jumps in my face, gets all over us. I'm getting completely sandwiched here in a lot of distress, trying to stay in there, trying to stay with the heels. Armboard gets separated in forward, does get a kill on the medic, but we're in a lot of trouble here. Serve down to 4 health. Get a nice stab from Pupina on Duke of the Juke. But Serb, after running back into resup, he can't stop this by himself. Take a brief second here to encourage all of you to be involved politically in this upcoming election cycle. Democracy being involved is an important aspect of that. Also would like to urge all of you to decide on who you're going to vote for on more than just the merits of the memes surrounding that candidate. Anyways, Pupina going down to Skylar, but he does get a kill on Duca the Jew, so that's a plus there. A little bit of a trade here, and we're going to stay posted up in this top right-hand side. Uber charges are about even. Fletcher's thinking about posting up, and I get forward just enough to give him some good heals there. And we're going to look to get out here. And we're thinking about it. Fletcher comes out here, and I'm like, cool, okay, cool. But tuck out a little bit. We got the spy out here, so we want to try to find some sort of distraction, some sort of way that we can get Scout into a decent position to have an effect. We get a kill on Skylar here, which is a plus. Our spy is still walking a long way around, but doesn't have too many options. He's going to go for the back cap, which is a nice play here. Get some aggressiveness, and it really kind of pulls Sky backwards here. We get the kill on the soldier. Now we're looking to push out here with Fletcher and Armboard here. And we got our Pyro down low. Kind of going to stuff him here, and they use Uber Charge in an awkward position. We have Uber Charge as well. I use it so that we can get forward here. And Fletcher goes down low. I jump down low with Fletcher. And Scout on the side here. Scout is going to wrap around back towards last. And we just have one soldier back here who gets stabbed. And unfortunately, it's going to be the big spy play for Skylar and Team Sky. Nice capture there. Burnsiders, we were fairly pleased with just how that worked out. You know, I mean, we had a decent re-fight after losing middle. You know, anytime you lose middle and then you're able to extend around for quite a while and have some opportunity, you kind of have to count at least some sort of win. I'm rotating over to this right-hand side. We jump a soldier across. I could just not get out of cabinet whatsoever. I was a little bit hurried with it, a little bit rushed, but there just wasn't protection there, and they definitely kind of called us out where we were going and what happened. So we get extremely cleared up. Stag goes in for the bomb, does get the medic. So very nicely done by him. We were quite happy about getting that pick. But again, a disappointing mid-fight for the Burnsiders there. Unraveled quite a bit quicker. And just not much cohesion.
Control point is being captured.
You know, tough to say without slowing it down. I should add some vines to my recording scripts here to have some auto slow motion. As the Burnsiders are getting a little bit of pressure on their medic combo. But some slow motion so we can kind of go over some of these fights a little bit better. Pupina gets a kill on the combo on the medic, so I'm like, let's go out, dude. I want to push. And we're out here with our soldier and our demo man here. And Fletcher goes out, and we're okay. We're three of us here. Fletcher's going to jump to point. I walk up left here, trying to support Fletcher, and there's just no one here with me. I was extremely disappointed with that, rotation in terms of our team cohesion there, because I just really felt, pocket goes somewhere. Medic's supposed to follow the pocket, and everybody's kind of supposed to follow the medic. And that's definitely an oversimplification of it, but just as a team and pushing out there, what the play was and what we were trying to accomplish just completely fell apart and was very disappointing. We really needed to just take control of that bats, work with Fletcher, and aggressively capture the point. And instead, I got dropped just way too easily. Just the scout just press forwarding into me. And they're going to pressure in with this Uber Charge, get them to pop it somewhat early on stairs, getting a decent kind of split up. I'm playing footsie with them and doing a decent job of surviving, but unfortunately, Stag was extremely ripped and was trying to just back up and survive for a little bit in order to keep the fight going, but nobody else was able to step on the point to get the delay there. So, watching our mid roll out here. And again, we're going to get beat on house and stickies pretty quickly. trying to work left-hand ramp and trying to get up a little bit more. I do get behind Armboard here. We're still pretty isolated though, and this soldier right there, I was very disappointed. He got called out fairly early, but we just weren't able to close him down, and then he just jumped up, retook position, killed the soldier, killed the demo man, or like killed the soldier, and then like we both got killed, and then it's just, I don't know, like we saw him jump in, we saw it come, we communicated it, but just it didn't get dealt with. And that was unfortunate. Mid-fights, it's like if the pressure gets called, you can't like push forward at the same time that they are already on top of you. So we get a pretty good drop here. I end up trading with the soldier up top here. Or pop is what I meant to say, not a drop for sure. And we get Stag coming back in here and Fletcher, so we got a pretty good noble defense going on here. Fletcher unfortunately gets killed going for the scout. The scout charging on top of him. Stag standing tall though. And we are going to get our defense squared away here. They're running Spy again. And a scout on the left here. Scout gets Stag, but the rest of us are able to post up here.
Our control point is being captured.
And our Pyro has managed to get on top of Spire. Which is pretty good positioning here. Definitely helps out the scout coming from behind. Finally going to clean him up. Good little skip over there and come back from Acer. And we're 3 to 4, so we're definitely not planning on pushing out here. Actually, not quite sure. Okay, never mind. I'm still waiting to respawn here. Wasn't sure if I went down again or whatnot. And they got quite a few up here in upper lobby. But Fletcher does get a kill on him. Playing pretty aggressively right now. Sorry, below my camera. So having a hard time pointing him out. But that was fine. We get Scout going in here very aggressively. Gets a lot of damage on the medic, but it doesn't quite matter if he is going to get the health pack. So that puts some good pressure on him, trying to create an opening, but unfortunately then we lose Serb as well. If we'd kept Serb up there, which I'm not really looking at seeing exactly what happened, we would have been a lot better off with just getting Fletcher coming in, but that put us in a difficult situation. Scout definitely was very close to getting the capture there. Oh yeah, okay, sorry, didn't get the text there. Pupina was very close there to getting the drop, which would have made a big difference in that defense. But tough to say. Either way, we got halftime coming up. We talked a lot about the fundamentals. Again, actually, it looks like we're already through halftime. No time for a break this time. We just talked a lot about fundamentals. Communicating well, pushing out well, talking about what's going on at mid-fights, calling our damage, and what's happening, because that wasn't really happening, or wasn't really happening during mid-fights the round before. So Burnsiders in red now, and the blue team Sky going to take more of a valley rollout. Our scout just destroys Armboard. Didn't get any coverage with somebody being with him, but at the same time, he's very late. You need to be able to protect yourself from at least one scout running in at you. I get cut off on the side. Stag got a kill on Duke and Juke, but we're just so stretched out, so thin, and just really sad, unfortunate, unable to execute our rollout there. Yeah, it was just a bummer. I think a big factor, of that as well. The rest of the team went really hard right, and if Armboard, if the demo man comes out over here, that puts just more travel time between a scout coming from closet to get up in his face, and he's maybe a little bit more closer, able to secure the medic walking up, secure position, and then rotate in. But we took a lot of damage, a lot of duress, and they're already very far forward. Sent some players in to see what they can find on us, and we're going to get ready to go again here. And they did lose their medic, so we have a slight advantage here in terms of charge. And trying to stick with Fletcher a little bit here, as thinking about going out, thinking about finding some places to open up. And they're going to be running a sniper down on main, just tags Fletcher in the back of the head, so that gets called out. It's going to force me to be pretty cautious up here. And unfortunately, we also lose Pupina. So in a tough spot here as the Uber comes in. They get right on top of the gun. Clear that out pretty easily. I'm getting forced to get chased around 90% with the Armboard behind the point though. And then we do get the Uber charge. So we are able to recover just in the nick of time. Soldier behind the point. Demo up top still. Armboard just jumps right on top of those stickies from Yyyaaooo. Goes down. And Fletcher coming in with a flank. It's a good kill on the medic. Still pushing forward. We get Yyyaaooo as well. Career fighting me on stairs. I get a saw and then back up. Able to get away for now at least. The scout right in the midst of things. The Stag with a rocket to take him down. We got a spy behind us. And Armboard looking backwards. Doesn't quite see the spy at first. The spy coming up the stairs. Bumps into me and gets 2 swipes on me, but I'm safe. And then we're going to look to maybe come out here. I get the pack cabinet. Didn't quite need to. That did kind of slow us down a little bit. But decide I want to. And we're going to push out here again. The scout and Fletcher jumping down. So moving out here. Fletcher getting out in the battlements. We're right on top here. I'm going to climb up here. We're trying to get out here and get a capture. And they're going to send a demo man, choke, other players out here. And some turf. The sniper's out here, so I feel like, okay, cool. You know, sniper, I have to pop a little bit early. I'm trying to get aggro into him, but unfortunately the sniper kills Fletcher. And then I'm backing up, trying to get a fadeaway arrow on Armboard. And fairly isolated here as Stag and Pupina just kind of catching up with us, but we're still getting some frags. We're still holding on a second here. Pupina kind of caught out on left, then gets sniped down, which is unfortunate. So with that sniper, we're like, no, we don't want to mess with that. Sniper's going to come down low here, look for angles, but in the meantime, we're not gonna tolerate that. We're trying to control lobby here. We're rotating into stairs. He's on the ground, cleared off. Fletcher gets sniped again. The demo man from the Burnsiders gets down there, trying to clear things off. They're Ubered up. I think I did hit 1 arrow there. Scout coming in on me, trying to get saws. I need saws to maybe get an Uber charge here to keep our team in this. But he's just jumping around, dodging damage. There's no sniper out right now, thankfully. And we're a little indecisive about what we're doing. Okay, we decide that we're going to send players forward here. And Skylar gets a kill on Stag. They did trade there. And I start backing up, kind of, sort of, a little bit indecisive about where we're going. Fletcher does want to push out, though, for at least for a second. And then we decide we're going to take upper lobby. And the scout rolls in here, comes in behind me, and drops me. That was another just extremely disappointing rotation, you know. Just in the sense that, like, we had myself, Fletcher, and Armboard rolling around, and, you know, fooling around in lobby, but really just trying to take some positioning. You know, we were maintaining the last point, but just really super flat out with that scout. We needed tighter control over where our doors were, and just kind of tighter play with me to not allow that scout to have the time to get in for just like so free. And just me and Stag left. We're dueling here with the scout out here as well. Scout's actually just going to crush me down. And there you go, Team Sky taking a round. And again, that was, well, just that, I don't know if again is the right term there, but definitely a demoralizing round loss with that drop, and just with, you know, being pressured in lobby so easily, and, you know, getting disconnected with Fletcher and needing the support. So again, they roll out pretty quickly here, get some good heals, and real good early pressure on me as well. Our team having difficulty getting the players down quickly here. Then I go down here, and we're still just under duress, not having very good, successful mid-fights. Stag bombing in here, and unfortunately for him, he gets killed right before he could maybe get the frag on the blue medic. So they win that point pretty convincingly. Armboard goes down as well. It's going to be 15 seconds before he gets back. Scouts for blue team, both of them on the capture, and they're going to start charging forward. No problem. And we roll a spy just in the hopes that maybe this team is slow, but no. Team Sky brutally pushing forward with this Uber charge. A good switch between the demo and the soldier, and then fading off the soldiers. They're getting frags all over the place. The spy comes in, but maybe too little too late as 3 players for blue team fighting it out, and Team Sky gets the victory over the Burnsiders 5-0. Now, post-match, you know, we had some discussions, and pre-match, you know, even there was some concerns in between, you know, how our scrim went before the game, and then, you know, how the game went itself. And following that, you know, discussions, you know, myself and different members of the team, we are going to switch over to the roster that we played with on Tuesday, at least in terms of positions. You know, still maintaining Scout as our primary backup, but rotating Armboard over to Scout, and having Serby be medic and myself taking the reins on Demo Man. Now, Armboard is a newer player. He's a newer Burnsider, hasn't been with us for too long, and I think also, you know, like we do have a fair amount of experience on this roster. We do have a lot of potential on this roster, but I think it was very difficult for us asking one of our newest players to switch classes to Demo Man and then just really hold it down on that class. We definitely needed a little bit more preparation out of Armboard on some of these weeks, and him and I kind of talked about it afterwards, you know, where he's at, and what needs to happen with the team, and we decided to put myself on Demo Man. And I think you could see it in a lot of ways, that we played, and our confidence, and the way that we moved around. You know, some of our traps, definitely, I pointed out one, that the stickies were just kind of on the ground. Armboard had some inexperience there with his trapping, but also definitely some inexperience just in terms of making calls and pushing and reacting with those calls. And I was definitely extremely upset both of those times that I felt like ditched in lobby, you know, because you can only communicate and do so much things and say so much, and when you're just like constantly talking about like pushing out and moving forward, and then all of a sudden you turn around and like nobody's got your back and you're just getting slaughtered, it's just really devastating. And we just need to make sure that the Burnsiders need to make sure that we're playing really tight in those scenarios. And I think even, you know, our current lineup with Armboard on demo, you know, we were making progress. It just was extremely slow progress, because Armboard just still had a lot of ground to make up on Demo Man. Because not only is he learning Demo Man, he's also just learning basics of 6v6 meta, push and pull, when to attack, where to be, when to play super defensively, and that was tough for us. So we're looking forward to this roster change, and as I mentioned in the previous video, we're going to have a little meetup before our next match, have some meatballs, hang out, drink some soda, and then get our game on later in the evening. That'll be Tuesday, I think that's March 1st, at 24th and Meatballs, Portland, Oregon. That is Northeast 24th and Gleason. Come on by, hang out, hopefully outside if the weather's good. We'll be throwing some Burnsider matches on the TV if we're inside, and reliving the good times. So hopefully see you guys there. If not, I will see you here next time. I am eXtine. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out!